Hearts, hearts, glorious hearts. Neil Critchley's taking them down. Welcome back in maroon. Oh yeah, your team's pish. So's mine, but let's bury yours
They
for 10
play
minutes.
in maroon, then they're the joke of the tune. Oh, it's Hearts, Hearts, Hearts. Aye, anyway, Hearts going down.
Would you have took a draw before the game, Ewan?
Fuck it. No, definitely not. Definitely not. Wouldn't have took a draw before the game, wouldn't have took a draw at half time.
You're patronising me, Stephen.
Stephen Mill is a wind-up merchant, but let's see if there's any wind-up merchants here.
Yeah, you know what though? I'm convinced it's an act by you and Cameron. You can't be that childlike.
Aye, he can't be that, like fish on
Like,
a
all
fucking
he's
hook.
got to turn around and say, folks, is you support Dunfermline.
Your team's shite.
They're pish. East End Park, good night. Slap yous about.
Don't you think Hearts would beat Dunfermline at this point in time? But anyway, we asked, are Hearts truly in a relegation battle, and will they finish in the bottom two places of the league? Now, you would like to think that Hearts will not finish in the bottom two places because the Hearts in the bottom two places are reserved for the shite, such as St Johnstone and Ross County, but at this moment in time, Hearts are also shite. And there's actually a decent gap opening up between Hearts and Ross County. There, and the gap, I mean, could get bigger this weekend. Who's to say? Ross County have got a winnable game against Aberdeen.
Yep.
And Hearts are taking on a top six side in Motherwell. So the gap could grow.
I did say Hearts wouldn't finish above 10th. Obviously, if they finish 10th, they don't go anywhere near playoff or automatic relegation.
Well, I mean, you said don't go anywhere near. They are pretty damn
No,
near.
not near, but, well, true. But honestly, Hearts right now, right, if they finished 11th, I would not fancy them against the championship team. I'm not saying they wouldn't be favourites, but it wouldn't be like, oh, the 99-100 it should be.
Yeah, let's
or
say
99-1, sorry.
Let's say St Johnstone can pick up a wee bit of form. I would maybe take an 11th finish,
It's crazy that.
which is mental to think.
No, but you could just imagine Davy Martindale squeezing a 0-0 and then a 1-0 win at the Tony Macaroni, man. A nice wee warm early June day.
That would be some scene. Like only about 2 people would see it, but it'd be some scene nonetheless. Anyway, 343 of you guys voted. 78% have said yes. Hearts are truly awful. Hearts will finish the bottom two, and Hearts are in a relegation battle. 22% have said no. Too much quality to go down. And honestly, a couple of months ago, I would have voted no. Too much quality to go down. Couple of reasons. Because I actually believed there was too much quality to go down. I didn't know that Neil Critchley was just bad, and it was a lot earlier in the season. So I don't think the league table really forms until you get at least a third of the way through. I don't care. I mean, you could be last after 8 games, or you could be pushing near the top after 8 games. We've seen with Aberdeen, it's not a true reflection of where you're really at.
Yep.
I think it's once you start getting close to I would say a third. I think once you get into winter, and if you're still in that position, that's when I think you're going to begin to panic. And we can see that Hearts have not really improved. Yeah, they've got off the bottom of the table, but just barely. We've seen Hearts move off the bottom of the table multiple times and go straight back down after other results. So Hearts haven't kicked on, and that was with Critchley coming in. That was with the manager bounce. So as bad as it's been, I'm thinking we've probably seen the best of Critchley in the best of, let's say, a running result, if that makes sense.
No, I would agree.
I see no reason as to why Critchley all of a sudden is going to start making massive improvements unless Hearts invest heavily in January.
See, at one point, Hearts they will pick up a bit of form. Every team has a wee bit of form at one point in the season. Under Critchley, though, they haven't had nothing. Even when they win a game, it's like they lose the next one, or they lose like 3 in a row.
They haven't done what Hibs have done,
Yep.
which is win 4 games in a
You know
row.
what? Fair play to David Gray. Look
Yeah,
down
but
and out.
Yo, see if you're in a relegation, that's all you need.
You know what?
See if you win 4 games in a row, because look at Hibs. Hibs are not even thinking about relegation battle now. Hibs are thinking about catching the teams in front.
See Davy Gray though, right? I don't really know what he is like as a coach, but he's obviously got something at them. He's a Hibs man. He's a Hibs legend.
Hibs legend,
He
sure.
can get a tune out them. He understands.
Scottish Cup winner, you know.
Yeah, definitely.
So Davy Gray.
He knows what's required. Neil Critchley is like a deer in the headlights. The guy is a fud. He's out of his depth.
He doesn't know what it's like.
You know what I mean? Like, yeah, he might have been on Scottish Premiership money, if not more, down at Blackpool.
I'd say it would have been on more like.
But the reality is, Blackpool's just not up here.
No, it's no.
And that, I mean, that's just the reality of it. The guy's not that he's a fraud. Like, I mean, I'm not going to blame him, but I'm going to blame the Hearts backroom. We knew, man. It's like, why would you give this guy January? The new transfer window, man. 2027. Hearts will be in League One by then if he stays.
Honestly, man, I think they should have just let Liam Fox continue
Intern.
and wait and bide their time rather than rush in for this guy. I refuse to believe he was the best option. And look, I think we'll finish 11th.
Yes, we genuinely think, aye.
At this moment in time, aye.
I'll stick with 10th, but I mean, honestly, it could be any one of those three positions.
I would say 10th is the highest we'll get.
Aye, so let's actually look at the poll though. 78% voted yes, so that's pretty good.
Aye, 78% believe Hearts will be in a relegation battle, either finishing in 12th or 11th. And it's, it's sad. It's, well, not really sad depending on who you support, but if you support Hearts, then it's very sad. But it's sad to see a team that was flying high last year, finishing third, talked about a potential season where they could split the old firm, and then just go completely off the boil.
Yeah.
For Scottish football to improve, you need the bigger teams to, I think, to be at their best, and Hearts should have been making strides this season, and they've just went backwards. Couldn't even capitalise in Europe after winning their first two games. Just a disaster.
No, it's a disaster. When you look at England though, right? It's like, oh, the top six. See, for like a bunch of years, it was very stagnant. We're only seeing now with the Premier League, like all clubs getting the money, where like you're getting like your likes of Newcastle and Villa and Forest up there, and Bournemouth are even up there, right? And teams like West Ham. For so many years, it was the top six. See here, when does the top five even finish in the top five? It's so rare. Half the time they're not even in the same league.
It's rare, but I mean, it should be happening most years.
Yeah, no, it should be. It's just a mess.
Anyway, Big Smoke, shout out to that legend. Follow the damn train, CJ.
Follow the train.
Said build a bonfire. Build a bonfire. If we build a bonfire, which Hearts fucking representative are we sticking on it first?
All of them.
Shite doesn't he bomb? You know what? I always wonder why people say that, because it does.
Yeah, but it just reeks of shite, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Anyway, beer guy. Shankland should abandon that sinking ship. He was great last season. Problem is his form has dropped. Not sure what his value is now. No idea what his value is now.
I mean, his contract's up, so he's got hee-haw value.
Yeah.
Honestly, man, I'd be shocked if anybody would pay more than a couple $100,000 for him.
No, I mean, right now.
See, like, I think 200, 300,000 if you're lucky.
Tell you what, Scotland's striking options are going off a cliff for the next international squad.
Even if Rangers want Shankland, there's no real reason for them to pay. I mean, I guess you could say he could go in the Scottish Cup squad, but I mean, it's not like Rangers are. Let's be honest, man. They're not catching Celtic, and they're not battling for second place. It's done.
He can go in the Europa League squad.
Can he? No, because he's been.
I'm pretty sure they've amended it. Because all this talk about Tierney can go into the Champions League, so why couldn't he?
Yeah, but I don't know. He played a Europa qualifier. Does that not count? Played a Europa League qualifier.
I think once you hit the main competition, it's null and void.
I mean, look, maybe Rangers will take a chance on him, but I don't know.
Don't you?
Aye, null and void, shite. What else have we got? Jack Surlin said yes, and yet you'll still find a way to bring Aberdeen into this debate somehow.
We haven't really talked about Aberdeen.
No, Aberdeen have never been relegated, apart from that time they did finish last and got saved by the stadium capacity.
We've talked about Aberdeen.
Well, I mean, I'm just fulfilling.
Will Hearts finish above Aberdeen?
No, but you know what? I think Hibs could.
There you go.
Tesco's finest.
Jackie boy.
Big shout out to Jack boy. They've been absolute shite. Any decent championship side will beat them in a playoff. Unfortunately, I agree.
Yep.
And there's a few decent championship sides out there, so aye, could be.
Livy, Ayr. Ray for getting up there.
I know it's unlikely, but I mean, obviously I don't want this to happen. How fucking funny would it be if Dunfermline sneaked into the playoffs and relegated Hearts?
For Scottish.
See the big Scottish football pot. I mean, I think you'd be rewatch. I think that'd be on repeat. You'd be downloading that episode like.
Aye.
I think Ewan would phone in sick. He'd have to, man. Couldn't he go in?
No, it's something that big though. He'd get the piss ripped at him the next time he appeared.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't happen. John McDonald said, unfortunately, I think Hearts could really go down. People have said that they're fine since day one, but we're over halfway through the league campaign and they're still second bottom. There. And I don't really see it improving. Real said it's not just that they're shite, which they are. The other teams in the bottom of the league have upped their games, and Hearts have defaulted into utter pish. They were playing better at the beginning of the season. I could see a pathway up to mid-table for them, but since Critchley came in, they seem to be playing badly out of spite. I could see them finishing rock bottom, which is what they deserve. I mean...
Is he worse than Cathro?
No. I don't know. No.
Much better team, though.
True. You know what, though? I actually agree with that, man. I think that Hearts were playing better under Naismith and they just weren't getting the results. No, yeah. I'm not saying Hearts didn't have bad performance under Naismith, because they absolutely did.
And he still needed to go.
But you know what? They also had some good performances. I think about the Aberdeen one, the game that they lost 3-2. Yeah. Oh, you've mentioned Aberdeen again. Well, they shouldn't have lost that game. But yeah, overall, I would say the performances were better under Naismith.
I'd agree, yeah. But he still had to go.
Results have been better under Critchley, but I mean, that's not hard.
Barely.
Well, hold on, Naismith didn't win a game since fucking May last season, so all Critchley had to do was one game.
I get it.
Aye. So, flustered, man. Fucking panicking on the ropes.
You got a draw against Clermont. Morale victories.
I don't know, at the time I thought it was a bad result for Hearts, but looking at it now, it was definitely a bad result for Rangers. Rose Fitzsimmons says, bye-bye Rangers and Hearts, same year. Well, I don't see where Rangers are going, like.
Aye.
Maybe relegate into the Europa Conference League, like, but... I can't see Rangers getting relegated.
Anyway, guys, 3 PM games are coming up. Looking forward to it. Oh, yeah. Be there. Be square. Till then. Peace.